The award-winning film Perfect Days has transformed Tokyo's public toilet scene into a popular tourist attraction. In this video, I'll take you on a quick tour through all 17 Tokyo toilets. Hi, I'm Tokyo Joe, and welcome to the Tokyo Joe Show. Let me begin by briefly explaining what the Tokyo Toilet is about. To prepare for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Games, the city of Shibuya partnered with the Nippon Foundation and the Shibuya City Tourism Association to improve the public restroom situation in Shibuya City. The mission was to refine the dark and dirty public restrooms and to create clean and safe restrooms that are accessible to everyone. So 16 renowned architects and designers were called upon to redesign 17 public restrooms in Shibuya City. Collectively, they're called TheTokyo Toilet. The Tokyo Toilet is an ongoing project that is not only about redesigning the toilet, and it also focuses on maintenance and sustainability. Each one has its own unique theme, blending creativity with practicality. I visited all 17 Tokyo toilets and decided to rank them. My favorite ones are listed at the end, so keep watching to find out. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the amazing world of the Tokyo Toilet. Yoyogi Hachiman Toilet was created by Toyo Ito. This restroom resembles sprouting mushrooms in the woods. Why mushrooms? Well, the restroom is located next to a shrine called Hachiman Jinja, and Ito wanted to design a restroom that harmonizes with the shrine and its surrounding landscape. Hatagaya Toilet was designed by Tokyo DLX Design Lab and Miles Pennington. The design team met with people from the local community and responded to their need of a general public space where people in the community can come together. So the team created a large event space in the center of the venue that are ideal for small exhibitions and open kiosks. The focus here seemed to be more on the event space than the toilet. The Higashi Sanchome Toilet was designed by product designer Nao Tamura. The concept of this restroom is based on origami, a traditional Japanese paper craft. Higashi Sanchome Toilet stands on a tiny triangular space, and Tamura has done a really good job of tucking 3 comfortable toilets into such a limited space. Jingumae Toilet was designed by the fashion designer and DJ Nanago. Nanago wanted to create a restroom resembling a cozy little house in Harajuku. Harajuku is a popular fashion district in Tokyo where you'll find many young and trendy people. Nanago's restroom stands in a quiet area of Harajuku and serves as a cozy little restroom for many shoppers and fashion-related people. Designed by Tomohito Ushiro, Hiroo Higashi Park Toilet is located in a small park in the residential area of Hiroo. The building is small, but features 2 universal toilets that are spacious and comfortable. They're so spacious, I can practically live there. The back of the building is equipped with a large LED screen showcasing glowing objects reminiscent of fireflies in the dark. Designed by So Fujimoto, Nishisando Toilet aims to be a fountain for the city. The design takes inspiration from a vessel, and yes, it does look like a cool boat. This restroom was built during the pandemic when washing hands was essential, so the toilet has a large wash basin with multiple faucets of different heights to cater to everyone. Designed by creative director Kashiwa Sato, Ebisu Station Toilet has a box-shaped structure that is simple, yet very stylish. It looks like a boutique of a luxury brand. Sato wanted to create a restroom that is clean and safe, so he implemented see-through louver-type walls to maintain visibility from the outside. Well, the restroom stands right next to a police station, so I'm sure that it's very safe either way. Back in the day, the Nishihara Itchome Park toilet was a dark and dirty public restroom that nobody wanted to use. So the architect Takenosuke Sakakura set out to redesign the restroom to make it more inviting. There's lots of green in the area, and the interior of the restroom is bright with sunlight shining through the lucent walls. Sakakura did a great job of creating a welcoming atmosphere, and I had a really good impression of this one. The title of this restroom is Andon, which means lantern in Japanese. The entire restroom lights up beautifully like a lantern in the evening. Sasazuka Greenway Toilet was designed by the architect Junko Kobayashi. She's also the president of the Japan Toilet Association. Kobayashi used rusted steel panels to create a durable cylindrical structure. It has a beautifully weathered appearance, and the rusty walls and windows are decorated with silhouettes of rabbits. It's a family-friendly restroom equipped with kids' toilet for small children. The Ebisu Park toilet was designed by the interior designer Masamichi Katayama. Katayama drew inspiration from the primitive and simple design of historical Japanese toilet huts known as kawaya. To capture the essence of these huts, Katayama randomly combined 15 concrete walls. The chic lighting in the night made me wonder if it's really a toilet. It appeared to be like a cool bar. The Nanago-dori Park toilet designed by Kazu Sato has a unique spherical structure. Its theme is centered on the idea of a contactless toilet experience. This innovative toilet responds to voice commands, allowing users to do things like open and close doors or flush the toilet without any physical contact. Sadly, the voice command wasn't working when I visited, but the sphere-shaped structure of the toilet was so unique that it overshadowed the broken voice command feature. When I was there in the late afternoon, I spotted shadows of a tree and its swaying leaves cast upon the sphere, which was a really amazing sight. The Urasando Toilet is an extraordinary hidden gem in the city. Designed by the world-renowned industrial designer Mark Newson. Newson took inspiration from traditional Japanese architecture. The copper roof perfectly complements the concrete walls and the stone-piled base structure. The interior is adorned in refreshing green, giving it a futuristic and mystical ambiance. The view from the entrance is especially captivating. The door to the universal toilet looks like a door inside a space station. No doubt, this is one of my top favorites. These two toilets were designed by Shigeru Ban. They're widely known as the transparent toilets. Ban wanted to create a toilet that's clean and safe, so he came up with the idea of a toilet that's transparent. So this is how it works. The toilet walls are transparent when it's unoccupied, but when you enter the toilet and lock the door, the transparent walls instantly turn opaque. Please be reminded that the transparent feature is seasonal and only activates during warmer seasons. The Nabeshima Shoto Park toilet, designed by internationally acclaimed architect Kengo Kuma, showcases his expert use of natural wood in his architectural works. Kuma perfectly understands the potential of public toilets in the community, and it's interesting to see how he creatively put his ideas together. Kuma's vision for his toilet revolves around the theme of a walk in the woods. Each of the 5 toilets resembles huts nestled in a forest. Visitors from around the world, especially those fascinated by Kuma's architectures, come to this park to experience his unique take on public toilets. Kuma's toilet is located just 5 minutes away from the Scramble Crossing in Shibuya, so you may want to add it onto your sightseeing list. The Ebisu East Park toilet was designed by Fumihiko Maki. It aims to function not only as a public restroom, but also as a comfortable resting space, akin to an urban oasis. Drawing inspiration from a squid, Maki incorporated a roof design that allows lots of natural air and light to flow in. The squid design also complements the park's central feature, which is the big octopus-shaped slide, giving this park the name Octopus Park. What I especially liked about this toilet is the open space that creates a relaxing ambiance. I really liked this restroom, and it sure was a worthwhile visit for me. The Jingu-Dori Park toilet was designed by the world-famous architect Tadao Ando. The title of this toilet is Amayadori, which means taking shelter from the rain in Japanese. Ando wanted to do more than creating a cool toilet. He wanted to establish a landmark in Shibuya with immense public value. Ando emphasized the importance of cleanliness and safety in public toilets, and to achieve his vision, he created a circular lattice pattern design seamlessly connecting the outside and the inside. This allows sunlight and a refreshing breeze to flow through while also maintaining visibility. The restroom is in a small park at the heart of Shibuya's bustling shopping district, so this restroom experiences constant foot traffic. It's in a busy area, and the restroom reveals cleanliness issue. But despite its drawbacks, Ando's toilet made me feel a deep sense of connection between humanity and the universe. There's no doubt that the Jingu-Dori toilet is definitely my #1 favorite out of all 17 Tokyo toilets. So there you go. Thank you for joining me across all 17 Tokyo toilets. My tour of the Tokyo toilets has helped me realize the significant value of public toilets, something I had previously overlooked. It's amazing to see just how much a simple public restroom can be so exciting. If you're interested in discovering more about the Tokyo Toilet, then visit the Tokyo Toilet's official website. It's a really good website, and you'll find stories behind the project, about the architects and designers, maps and locations, and many more. For those of you who are wondering if you should visit the Tokyo toilets, my suggestion is to visit just a few of them. Many of the toilets are a bit far from train stations and would take time to get there. You know, it's only a toilet after all. If you want to check out just a few toilets, then I recommend Tadao Ando and Kengo Kuma's toilets near Shibuya Station, or there are 3 toilets that are located near Ebisu Station. If you have strong interest in design and architecture and you want to visit them all, then a great way is for you to rent a bicycle. Time-wise, it would probably take away at least half of your day. So thank you for watching the Tokyo Joe Show. I hope that my videos are helpful in making your Japan experience even more fun and exciting. I'm Tokyo Joe, and I look forward to seeing you in my other videos. And until then, mata ne!